Welcome to the ranch. Today we are in our schoolroom slash workroom slash think tank today.
Yes.
And we wanted to do a special video. This will be the last full-length video, if you will, for the year of our Lord 2021.
What in the world?
I don't know. That's what they say at college or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, so this is our last video of the year, and we want to be an encouragement to you because as our year comes to a close, a lot of times people that run businesses or whatever, they always say, make a vision board or create those goals and set those goals. Well, in the beginning of the year, we definitely have set some goals for ourselves, for our ranch. And so today we wanted to kind of talk about a few of the really big accomplishments, even some small accomplishments that made our year really complete, if you will, and to be able to have these accomplishments and to go back and look at this video and see later on that we've done it. But also, we're also going to kind of give some of our goals for 2022 so that we also have this video as a little bit of a reminder as to where we want to be this time next year. If you haven't done it already, this is so important sometimes, especially when you're running a business or you have those big dreams, to get them on paper, get them on video, get them in front of you, get them somewhere out there so that you can go back and look on them and keep it as an encouragement so that you can accomplish all those things you have set out for. And if you don't accomplish all those things, that's okay too. But a lot of times people achieve their goals each year because they're reminded of them throughout the year.
It's like an accountability.
It is. So get your vision board ready, get your pencils and pens ready, and start thinking about these things on your own because we want to encourage you to kind of join along with us as we think about some of the things we've done, some of the things we want to do. So,
why don't you go ahead and take it? What's one of your accomplishments from 2021 that really sparked you?
Okay.
And what you've done?
So one of the things we did in 2021 was in our garden, I was finally able to plant and successfully grow onions. I know that sounds so small.
It sounds small.
A lot of y'all, but growing our own onions was a big deal for me. We have been here in Texas for 7 years. This is my 7th planting season here. Well, 6 actually. And I've yet to grow onions. So this 6th year, I was able to successfully plant and grow onions. Now, not from seed, but from the starter sets. I grabbed at the local feed store and I was able to grow enough onions so that we had onions from our own garden for several months over the summer. And actually I still have 2 of the little teeny tiny ones in my pantry. We didn't have enough to fill our bellies up through the year, meaning we, not enough to sustain us, but it was such a big goal of mine to be able to successfully grow onions. It's nice to be able to know that I was able to use our own onions in so many different meals. So that is one of those things that I want to encourage you. If you have set out to plant something or you have not been successful in the past with your garden and certain vegetables or fruits or whatever it is, stick with it. Don't give up. If it's supposed to grow in your area and other people have been successful, figure out how to get it done and do it. Because trust me, keeping up with it, trying and keeping going is a good thing. So onions, that was a big thing for me. I was excited about that.
Right on. So one of the biggest accomplishments for me this year, it still brings a smile to my face, is the whole not just acquiring a greenhouse, but bartering for it.
Yeah.
So it was really no cash out of our pocket. And the reason why it was such a big thing for us is because we had been working so diligently on trying to figure out how we were going to build it, where we were going to build it, the best way to build it. And this just kind of fell in our lap, and I was just so thankful that the Lord opened up that opportunity. But even more than that was the fact that we were able to relocate an entire building. So if you haven't had a chance, check out that video because I'm still super proud of it.
It's going to be somewhere here or over there.
It just blew my mind that we were able to do this. I didn't know we were going to be able to. I had some people say, not a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe we should take it apart. But you know what? We pushed and we made it happen. Had a lot of help, a lot of manpower, a lot of little boy power. I had father-in-law, my dad, kids, brother-in-law. The ladies were out there helping too, especially towards the end, even if it's just a matter of giving direction or helping keep an eye on things. It was just so tedious, and to be able to maneuver such a large building around small areas was a huge feat for us. So I still get excited about it. I tell people I do it and they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, you moved a greenhouse.
I'm like, no, you don't understand what we
we
had to
moved
do.
the greenhouse.
We did it.
So we're going to touch on the greenhouse again in a second with our goals for 2022, because that is one of those things that are definitely going to be on my goal list for next year. So another thing that we did this year, which was really exciting and I was really happy about, was that we were able to go an entire year without having to purchase beef from the grocery store. Now, I still buy chicken from the grocery store because I'm not fully weaned ourselves off of chicken solely from the store. We still, we have other sources of meat here, but beef is a huge deal for us. We have not had to actually, well, no, we did. We haven't had to purchase beef at all this entire year. And I almost said we didn't have to purchase pork either, but I did buy a pack of bacon over the summer because I ran out of bacon already, and I really wanted bacon for a couple meals we were having for birthday meals, actually in November. So I did have to buy bacon, but I made it through the entire year without having to buy pork until November. And the entire year I have yet to, and I never won't anymore, is purchase beef from the grocery store. Not steaks, not roasts, not ground, nothing. And so for our family size, that's a big deal. We are an active family with 10 people. Actually, we have 9 people living here now. But throughout the year, we did not have to purchase beef at the store. And that made me feel so good because that is strictly just from raising it here in our herd, being able to process maybe 2 at a time and having the one that's sold to pay for the processing of the other one. So I haven't had to buy beef. And that's been such a blessing to us.
That's a huge, huge thing.
Huge accomplishment. And it was a big goal. So I have goals on that for food stuff again for next year, but we'll share that in a second.
We did that.
I know, I'm excited.
Right
God
on.
did that.
Right on.
God did that.
Am I allowed to touch on one of these other ones?
Go for it.
So one of the other things, from a business perspective, like Monica was talking about, a lot of times we don't look at our YouTube channel as a business, but in reality, and our Instagram, in reality it is. It helps traffic people towards what we do as a grass-fed business, but also in the sale of other animals, whether they're living or it's already in the freezer. But it's a huge thing for us to be able to make those contacts, both local and sometimes at a distance where people are willing to come and travel to get, whether it's the actual cows, pigs, rabbits, or it's already processed out. That's a huge thing.
So growing our channel, growing our Instagram has been huge. We've grown our Instagram at least 3 times what it was this time last year, which makes me really excited, as well as our channel. So Instagram's been up, and we're up to over 700 on Instagram, and we are over 600, almost at 650. I think we're at 653, maybe?
Yeah.
650 something for here on YouTube. And that's exciting because, again, like you said, it's a business thing, as well as it's a really great way to make friends and people that are like-minded. And that's super important when you live in a rural community. When you live out here and you don't have a lot of access to, you have people, but there's a lot of people that don't think and do what we do. And to be able to find like-minded friends and people that understand kind of some of the struggles and we can go to for questions and just some advice sometimes is a huge deal. So thank you for that too. The YouTube community and the Instagram community has been huge for us. So that was a big goal of ours, is to grow that, and we have done it. So I think that's
Yeah, those are some awesome accomplishments for sure. And we could probably go on all night long, but for the sake of time and not boring everybody to death, we could go ahead. Let's look at our goals for 2022. I'll let you start this out. What are you hoping to do in 2022?
Okay, so in 2022, my goal is to, when it comes to the greenhouse, I want to be able to start at least 50% of my plants, okay? So I'm starting small with my goal.
That's a big goal.
That's a big goal, though. 50%, I want to start at least 50% of my plants, of my things that I'm growing in the garden. I want to be able to have the starters for myself. I've been gathering seeds, and I've been trying to purchase some seeds so that I am to the point where 50% of the items grown in my garden are started here in the greenhouse on the farm somewhere. So that's a big goal for me because I normally buy my starters. I usually buy all my little plants. And so, yeah, we're going to try to grow them in the greenhouse this year. I also, for my garden, I want to grow garlic and green beans. And I'm a little behind on garlic. I know, stop judging me. We'll see, okay? We'll see. Even if it's just planting it in the ground this time next year, okay? We'll get there.
Small goals.
Green beans, I want to do green beans again. And Eric is probably cringing when he sees that. But we are getting low on our green beans, and I want to grow more. And whether or not I eat them or love them, it doesn't matter because my family loves them. And so we will be planting green beans again this year. So I want to
Well, what do you
surpass.
mean?
I want to surpass 80 quarts. 80 quarts is what we did in 2018 or 19, and I want to do 85 quarts. That's my
Okay.
goal.
Well, one of my goals, this is a huge goal too, because, with us always trying to find ways to make sure that our food is not going to fail, or make sure that our food is not going to spoil, is making sure that we always have power. And unfortunately, when you live in the country, sometimes you lose power, especially down here living in the plains of Texas. We do get tornadoes and heavy winds, and that can at times cause us to lose power. So we have different measures put in place to make sure that our freezers survive. But because we are a grass-fed beef business, that means that we have probably more freezers than most. So one of the goals for me this year is I want to do all the calculations to figure out what type of power, self-sustaining power, whether it be solar or wind, what would be the best here in our climate. And I'm probably leaning towards solar, but I really need to do the calculations to figure out how much we need, where we're going to put it, how we're going to make that happen. So I want to make sure that I have a realistic goal.
Sure.
And I don't want to say that I want to have the solar powers in place this coming year. If we do, great. But I want to at least get all the calculations and figure out exactly what I need, so that in the event that something pops up and I have an opportunity to barter again,
that you're ready.
Then I'm ready to roll.
Okay, that's good. It's always good to be ready. And speaking about being ready, one of my goals is to also pressure can more this year. I want to defeat the fear of pressure canning and to start pressure canning on a regular basis, because that's not something I have done. And I have lots of things that I think I would be more successful in my canning if I just bit the bullet and pressure can. So for all you out there, don't be afraid to pressure can. I'm telling you because I'm trying to tell myself, Monica, don't be afraid to pressure can. So I'm hoping to have more pressure can things, and I want to be able to start pressure canning some of the normal things that we make, to be realistic with what I'm putting in my pantry, to be prepared so that if for some reason we do lose power, or you don't have a job, or I don't have, something is coming up where we can't physically go out and purchase food for our family, we have the resources. If my sister or my son or anybody else, my in-laws, if for some reason they can't go purchase something, we have it when our family or friends need it. And that's really what I really want to be mindful of this year and to practice, focus on. So, and one last thing. I think one of the big goals is I'm dreaming big on this one. Ready? Eric's like, what in the world? I want to grow our channel and grow our Instagram. I want our Instagram to be well over 1,000 followers. It's at 700 and something now, right? That should be easy, right? But I want to be more active on social media in that sense of sharing what we're doing and sharing our business, but sharing our life. And I would love, love, love to be well over 1,000 subscribers. As a matter of fact, this time next year, December 30th, 2022, I would love to be over 2,000 subscribers, right? May as well dream big, right?
You're talking about on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Oh.
Over 2,000 on YouTube by this time next year. And I want to be well over 1,000. Let's just say 2,000 on Instagram too. Hey, might as well, right? It can't hurt.
Well,
what's going to happen if it doesn't reach that? Nothing. It's just me going, oh, well, okay.
Sometimes you have to be careful on them goals, not to make them too high.
Well, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep if we don't.
Okay. Well, some people do.
Well, I'm not. This is not my life.
It's a huge thing.
This is just my life.
A lot of these goals that we're making are very feasible. They're reachable. It just takes effort.
But it can't hurt to have that one big goal that is definitely out of reach.
I agree.
It's way out of reach for me, and it's definitely way bigger than I would ever dream. But you know what? Why not dream big?
There's an old saying, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. So that's okay.
Oh, I'm going to land on a star.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get me a star.
You want me to name one after you? You can do that,
Yes.
No, I'm not going to name it.
No, don't waste your money on that.
I'll just point at it in the sky and I'll let you name it yourself.
That's me. Anyway, well, we thank you so much for coming and joining with us. Again, this is a lot for us too, so we can look back in 2022 and go, what in the world are we thinking? But I know that we can accomplish these things. And I know that if this is what God wants for us, it's going to happen. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, then it's not meant to be. And I feel like that's something we need to share with you guys too, that everybody that's watching, if it doesn't get done, that's okay. Try your hardest, try your best, and do all the things you do. When you work for the Lord, you work hard as you're working for the Lord, then it's going to be successful. And I'm not worried. It's going to be fine. And we'll have fun with it.
Just never give up.
Never give up.
Never
Keep
quit.
going. Even if your onions don't sprout, keep going.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Well,
that's the only way you can really push yourself to reach those unobtainable goals.
Oh, they're obtainable.
Is to work hard and never quit. Oh, geez. Anyway, we thank you so much for joining us on this. And in the comment section below, leave your vision.
Give
your
us one goal.
Your goals, whatever it is. Feel free to share it with us. And maybe even next year when we go back to look at it, you can come join and look at it again and see what your comments were. And you can see if you reached your goals. But we certainly encourage everybody to write these goals down for your farm, your homestead, your house.
Put them on your fridge, put them on your freezer, wherever it is that you're going to see it on a regular basis so that you can keep dreaming big, reaching for the stars, and pushing your homestead or pushing your whatever you're doing, whatever your channel is, whatever your dreams are, whatever it is. Push it a little further outside of the box and don't give up.
Don't quit.
Don't ever give up.
All right.
Who likes setting goals for next year and dreaming of big things and waiting to see how awesome it's going to be when they're accomplished?
I know farmers do. Farmers'
wives do too.
Hey, until next time.
Next year.
That's right.
See ya.
In 2022. Peace.
See ya.
Maybe I should 22.
Double peace? Peace. 22. That's weird.
No, that's weird. Single take.
Go ahead.